Take a risk. Take a chance. Take a dare. Play the game of Double Dare. With the host of Double Dare, Alex Trebek.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good to have you joining us once again on Double Dare. Thank you. All right, I hope you haven't exhausted all your supply of applause, because right now, before we get the game started, we want to introduce our players. Gene, the champion first, if you will.
Right, Alex. Here's Marjorie Beckman, our champion.
Hi, Marjorie.
Hi.
How you feel today?
Oh, great.
You always look so happy. You never get down?
Yeah, I do.
You do?
Yes.
And then what do you like?
Well, I got down a year and a half ago when I broke my ankle, and I was really down.
Oh, poor thing. Our champion here has won 2 games so far for a total of $1,450, which is pretty good going. I want to wish you good luck today against this challenger.
Challenging Marjorie is John Lyles.
John, welcome back to Double Dare.
Morning, Alex.
We're going to get right into things in a moment, but I want to give you lots of encouragement because you're leading now. You've got a solid lead over our champion. We were in the middle of a game when we were interrupted on our last show, but when we stopped, you had $400 in cash on your side of the board, and Marjorie had $50. So we'll put that up there, and I will remind our viewers that a game is $500. And we show our contestants clues one at a time to help them identify our subjects, and the clues get easier as we go along. And if you'd like to play along with us at home, then turn away from the screen for just a moment, because right now we're going to show you the correct answer on our first subject. Here it is. The subject, players, is a person. Good luck. Let's go to work. Clue number 1. On Fortescue's Pier in Atlantic City, he pretended to drown 84 times a week so food could be sold to the curious. Number 2, he left over $1 million under hundreds of fictitious names in bank accounts around the world. And Marjorie, the champion, hoping to get back into it, buzzes in. What's the answer?
W.C. Fields.
You're right. You doubled your prize winnings in this game. You're up to $100 now. You trail the champion by 3, and it's dare time. Let's take a look at the dare clue together. He began his showbiz career at the age of 11 as an itinerant juggler. You want to take the dare and show it to John? If he gets the right answer, he'll wind up with $450. If he doesn't, you'll have $200. Are you going to be gutsy, Marjorie?
Yes, go!
All right, let's bring John. Marjorie gave us the answer, and now she's hoping you will not come up with the right answer. Here is the dare clue for 5 seconds. She's got her fingers crossed, John. What do you say?
P.T. Barnum.
Wrong. We close you off. Marjorie gets another $100. She goes to $200, and it's double dare time. Here's the clue, Marjorie. Let's look together. His advice included always carry a flagon of whiskey in case of snake bite. And furthermore, carry a small snake. All right, Marjorie, that is the double dare clue. You want to show it to John? If he gets it, he wins and becomes the new champion.
No.
If he doesn't, it's all tied up. What are you going to do?
No, I think, oh, gosh. No, I don't think so this time.
All right, we'll stop there. Let's bring John back. She's had a look at the double dare clue, and she's not going to show it to you. She's going to stop with $200. I will read the clue for you, John, and let's see what you'd have said. His advice included always carry a flagon of whiskey in case of snake bite, and furthermore, carry a small snake. What would you have said?
W.C. Fields.
Marjorie made the right decision there. If she had gone on with the double dare, you'd have wound up being new champion. So you did good, Marjorie. John's got 400, you've got 200, and we have to take a commercial break. So we're coming back right after this.
On the next World Poker.
I'm sorry, our challenger, and $200 in cash for the champion. As we continue the game, our next subject is an event. Here is the right answer. And now, players, the first clue to help you get it. The communist newspaper in Cuba once defended it, saying, "Marry your workers will be a benefit to the national economy." Number 2. The Pope urged people to spend less on it, saying the money could save innumerable human beings from starvation. Number 3. A Brazilian one provided the colorful setting for the 1960 film Black Orpheus. Marjorie, the champion, buzzes in, sealing John's booth. What's the answer?
A film festival.
No. Wrong. We close you off, Marjorie. We bring John back. She gave us the wrong answer. We're going to let you look at the next clue, and we'll give you a free guess. Here it is. Clue number 4. The biggest one ever held in the U.S. featured such fantastic creatures as a huge tobacco grub with the face of U.S. Grant.
A carnival.
Carnival is wrong. You have an advantage over Marjorie in that she will never see this clue. We go on. Clue number 5 for both of you. At some recent ones, residents have complained that hippies and street people were keeping away the middle-aged free spenders. Next. To some Cajuns in central Louisiana, it is an occasion for drinking, dancing, and begging for food. And Marjorie's jumping up and down. Take your hand off the buzzer, dear. Thank you. What's the answer now?
Mardi Gras.
That's it. Yes. You go to $250. You trail by $150. And it's dare time. Let's look at the dare clue. When the Duke and Duchess of Windsor attended one, they graciously bowed and curtsied to the reigning royalty. What are you going to do, Marjorie? You could move with this dare clue to within 50 points of John. On the other hand, he could move back to a 200-point lead.
No, it's that last word. No.
No?
No.
All right, let's bring John back. She's going to be happy with the $50 she got for the right answer. She has declined the dare. The next clue was, when the Duke and Duchess of Windsor attended one, they graciously bowed and curtsied to the reigning royalty.
Mardi Gras.
Ah, then she was right. You figured that clue would give it to you. Marjorie, you're a very good player.
Oh, thank you, Alex.
Very good. All right, $150 separating our challenger and our champion, and we're going on to another subject. This time we're looking for a person. And here is first clue. His first ambition was to be president of the U.S. By 7, governor of Georgia. Then, at 8, he decided to be an actor. Second clue. One of his earliest theatrical jobs was watching out for rats at the National Theater in Washington, D.C. Number 3. Elizabeth Taylor said that on a scale of 1 to 10, she'd rate his body a 15. Number 4. Barbara Walters called her talk with this shy guy the most difficult interview she'd ever done. Number 5. He said his total commitment to the 1972 presidential campaign of George McGovern was the hardest thing he'd ever done. Clue number 6. Though a lifelong bachelor, he's had publicized romances with Natalie Wood, Julie Christie, Joan Collins, and Michelle Phillips, and the champion, Marjorie, buzzes in.
Warren Beatty.
You are right. You keep narrowing the gap, Marjorie. You were trailing by $350 when this game began, and right now, you're trailing by $100. You could tie it up in this dare situation. Let's look at the next clue. In Splendor in the Grass, he had the little boy lost charm of James Dean and the smoldering good looks of Marlon Brando. Do you want to show that clue to John?
No.
No?
No.
Don't want to do it. All right. John, Marjorie is going to whittle away $50 at a time and stop. She has a great deal of respect for your ability. She has declined the dare this time because she thought this clue would have given it to you. In Splendor in the Grass, he had the little boy lost charm of James Dean and the smoldering good looks of Marlon Brando. What would you have said?
She's dead wrong. I wouldn't have gotten it.
You wouldn't have gotten Warren Beatty. Marjorie, it could have been all tied up. But that's okay. You trail by $100, and we're going to continue this very exciting game when we return with more on Double Dare after these messages. This morning, the challenger, $400. That's where he started off. And the champion began with $50 and has managed to increase her total winnings in this match to $300. Let's see what happens as we go to another subject. This time we're looking for a title. Here is that title. All right, players, the door's open and we take a look at clue number 1. When this show first aired, it was banned in Mississippi because of its integrated cast. Number 2. Look magazine said this show works because it has the mind of a 4-year-old. Number 3. Variety Review said the show moves, seduces, diverts, dazzles, amuses, and infects. Marjorie thinks she knows the answer.
Laugh-In.
Wrong. Wrong, Marjorie, so we close you off. Bring John back. She gave us an incorrect answer, John, so the next clue is for your eyes only, and we'll give you a free guess. Here it is. Every episode is sponsored by 2 letters and 1 number. You have an answer?
All in the Family.
Wrong. Okay, Marjorie won't see that clue. Let's bring her back, though. We're continuing. Still no right answer, Marjorie. Next clue is this. The Count, a Dracula-looking character on the show, is called by that name because he loves to count. Sounds logical. Number 6. One of this show's characters, Kermit the Pot-Bellied Frog, is so popular that he now hosts a syndicated variety show. Marjorie, with her mouth open, is ready to say something. What? Say it.
Sesame, Sesame.
We'll need a judgment on this. No. Sorry, Marjorie. We'll bring John back. John, still no answer from Marjorie, and that means this next clue is for you, and we'll give you a free guess. Many educators were afraid that this show would make real school seem dull.
Sesame Street.
That's it. You go to $450, John. Now, this penalty clue is also the dare clue, and that dare clue could give you the game. You want to show it to Marjorie?
No.
No? All right, let's bring Marjorie back. John got the right answer, and he has declined our dare. He is not going to show you the next clue, which was many educators were afraid that this show would make real school seem dull. Marjorie, you were well on your way with your answer. If only you had completed it. What were you going to say?
Oh, golly. Children's Sesame.
Sesame what?
Sesame Street.
That's it. Now, if only you had said that earlier, you'd have been sitting pretty right now. As it is, you trail by $150, and John is just one correct answer away from replacing you as our champion. We've got another subject to go to and another correct answer for the folks at home. We're looking for a thing this time. Here's the first clue. In 1675, King Charles II closed 3,000 establishments where this product was served. Number 2. Chemically, it is trimethylated xanthine. Number 3. The plant from which it comes was introduced into the Western Hemisphere in 1715. Number 4. Mary Hartman is always asking her guests if they like theirs. And John Lyles, the challenger, could win the game if he gives me the right answer right now.
Coffee.
That's it. You've got $500. Come out of there, John. Coffee was the right answer, Marjorie. John got it. He's the new champ. But you've added $300 to your previous winning, $1,750 total for you. Congratulations and goodbye. And nice going, John. We're going to have you go on for 10 times what you've just won, $5,000 with the spoilers right after this break. Stay with us, folks.